Hi, everybody. It's Bonkai922. I don't know which episode this week is more epic. I didn't see it sorted out online, but man, Accel World! That episode was insane. Insane. Words cannot describe what happened in that episode. Oh my god, it was just, oh, damn. Okay, we start off with Haru. You know, he's that pink dinosaur thing. He's with Blood Leopard. They're in that underground arena, talking to this guy about the guy that apparently doesn't show up in the match list. Rusty Jigsaw. That guy alone should be given enough reason for me to give it 4 out of 5. But there was even more shit going on in this episode to make me even push it even further. You know what? Scratch that. 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. I'm this close to giving it a 5. This close. You know what? Next week's going to be really good, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to give this a 5. Give this a 5. Okay, basically, like I said, they're talking to this guy, and he's talking about Rusty Jigsaw, and Haru's a little upset that he's not the person that he's after. It's not NOMI, it's not Dust Taker. Rusty Jigsaw. Now, what ends on happening is, before they decide, Blood Leopard decides, oh, we're gonna fight him. And Haru's like, huh? He's like shocked. You know, Haru's so, you know what the weird thing, I can understand why people don't like this show. Because of Haru. He's just he's short, he's chubby. I mean, what does Kuriyuki, what does Blood Leopard, what do these girls see in Haru? I'm like, really? Anyway, what ends on happening is, they said they're gonna fight him. That's the story. And we see, like, the name shows, like, Blood Leopard and Silver Crow. And the gist on this situation is, and this is episode 22, is that Blood Leopard is telling Haru, don't use the incarnation system unless he uses it. Now, at first I'm thinking, what are you talking about? I don't understand what's going on here. And basically what she does, she spills the beans. The incarnation system? Okay, yeah. Remember that little thing called the Armor of Catastrophe? That was created by the incarnation system. It was due to the player going out of control. Their will went out of control. And she basically tells him, don't use it. It's to protect your soul. It's to protect you, you know. It's like, if there's hope, then there must be despair. Like, remember when Haru, you know, he went crazy on NOMI? Like, bah! You know, everything? That explains it. Now, what ends up happening then is they start the fight with Rusty Jigsaw. Challenge has been accepted, and they have this fight. Now, when they get there, we see Blood Leopard. She's got a normal kind of figure as her avatar. It's a leopard. It's red. But you gotta figure that it's Blood Leopard. And what ends up happening is they start their fight with Rusty Jigsaw, and all of a sudden you see these discs, like, and she says it's called that move is called Saw Wheel. So what he's throwing are these saw wheels that cut anything. But there's a catch. So then, you know, she tells him, oh, after he throws it again, run after him. And then they start running after him. And they jump, and Haru stumbles, but he's there. And he's like, don't run away. And he tries to go after him. And Blood Leopard tells him, stop. This line is there, and it hits him on the neck, and then he goes back. That line? A saw line. Yeah. The line was actually a saw. Just a line of little tiny metal teeth. A saw, not a saw. So now you have a saw, and it's just a line, and it's a saw blade of it. I'm like, holy shit, awesome. So they managed to elude that fact, and they get out of the situation. What happens is, she asks Haru for his Silver Crow Haru for his for his killer move. So what she does is she bites his neck, she takes in his killer move, and transforms. So it seems like Blood Leopard's ability is that she can absorb people's killer moves, and she can also absorb health. Take away people's healths. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty fucking awesome. And she gets him after doing this whole, and she gets, after she transformed, Haru went on her back, and he's riding her like a leopard, and she jumps and just tries and grabs him and bites into this guy's neck. And dude, he just dies. And then after that, they get out of the world. Match is over. They won. Get out, and they go and run out of the game, the internet cafe. Go downstairs and try to hunt him down. Find out where is he. Haru sees him for a glance, and he notices he's holding his neck, because Blood Leopard says, look for somebody who's holding their neck, because freshly, to have recurring effects. And he does this. And at first when he did this, I thought, oh, I didn't know what to make of it. Later on, we find out what that meant, what he meant by that. And he tells her, oh, he ran away. He ran away, but gives a description and everything. Now, he then talks to Taku later on at his house on the phone and saying, oh, Taku is saying, you're always hanging out with older women. I'm like, I just laugh at that comment. But anyway, pretty much what happens is he's having a conversation, he tells him what happened, and, Taku was saying, oh, how he's learning the incarnate system. Then we have Haru is then at school, and we get a scene of Nomi with Chiyuri in the world. Blind Bell. Her face, I've changed my tune about Chiyuri. I've changed my tune. It's clearly now that she is lying. It is truthfully clear in this episode. 100%. And, Taku's basically telling Haru, while he's talking about the story, that he's been undefeatable. He's like, no one can defeat Nomi. It's impossible. Because he's got the flying ability, he's got his own abilities that he stole, incarnate system, and he's got Chiyuri healing him. So he's like unbeatable. So, Haru's pissed off. He's like, Nomi, that motherfucker, yeah, that motherfucker. But, I should briefly say that after watching this episode, Nomi, the jig is up, motherfucker. The jig is up. Now, what ends up happening after that situation is he's thinking Haru about the whole thing and figuring out what he can do to solve the problem, to defeat Nomi, and then he sees Chiyuri, goes to her apartment and wants to talk. And her demeanor towards Haru is like, she's totally not interested in her. Like, it's like, and she was like saying, you don't understand me. Huh? You're the one who betrayed him, bitch. It's like, and she was saying that, it was her choice. It's what she wanted to do. She's just repeating it. And she was being very Tsunade in this episode. She was being like, it's just a game. Oh, just a game, really? Oh, by the way, if you cause Haru, the only thing I want to say about Chiyuri is this. If you cause Haru to lose all his points, he won't say you'll see Kiryuki Hime ever again. Just bring it out there. Anyway, moving right along. He's saying how you don't need to do this, you're skipping school. She's doing all these evil things now. She's not doing homework, you know, it's all a big thing. And she took off her clothes. I'm like, what? What do you want to tease now? You want to show the girls to Haru now and try to... But anyway, what ends on happening is he tells her, put your clothes back on, and he leaves, and he says, I believe in you, Chiyuri, and you should believe in me. And then her face just like, her eyes opened up. Like, you know? After that scene, Haru has had enough. He starts searching what he's seen of Nomi, Dusttaker, what he's done so far, everything, and finds out something shocking. He now knows why Nomi is able to not appear in the matching list. He's using a device. Name eludes me. Sky Gear? It's a chip, actually. It's a brain chip that he put inside in the cerebellum of your brain. He put it inside there. And that's how he's able to not appear in the matching list. And Haru brings this out to him, saying this is the story, blah, blah, blah. And he found out, surprisingly enough, from Rusty Jigsaw. Yeah, that's how he found out, from him, because of what he did to this. Now, Nomi's like, he's doing this psychotic fucking scumbag face. Like, the way those eyes get really beady. Really beady. He's making that face. And he's like, oh, well, now what are you going to do now? You know, your video and my chip. Are we going to just destroy each other? Because the truth of the matter is, if they come out and say what they have, they're both disqualified. They both will be punished. So, instead, they're going to fight. What's going to happen is they're going to have a fight at the unlimited range. The unlimited battle range. So, that's where the fight's going to take place. And apparently, Haru and Taku, they're talking and saying how, you know, he might have other people on his side to help him. And we get into that and saying that, oh, you know, well, we're going to defeat him and so on and so forth. And then the only other thing, and they said, Taku brought it up. And I don't know, I think Taku, I don't know. I don't want to agree with Taku on this. He said that there's a possibility that even Kuryuki Hime can't beat Nomi. Now, I think that's horseshit. To be honest with you, Taku, I think that's horseshit. It's a possibility, but I don't think it's a guarantee. You see Kuryuki Hime, the hat blows off, and then we get the end of the episode. Then we get the preview of the next episode. We see Chiyuri and Taku getting tortured. I don't know if that's like, oh man, what's that mean? There's only 2 more episodes of this show, so, you know. But the only thing I have to say about this is this. Naomi? You fucked, man. You fucked. You fucked now. Now we know what the story is, and you know, why don't you take your incarnate system and shut up your ass, Naomi? He's gonna get his. Yeah. He's definitely gonna get his. But that's pretty much what happened. Like I said, fantastic episode. Really hit the nail. It really was a fantastic episode. It just blew me away. This was great. Tell you guys, this show is going to have some kind of finale. I'll tell you right now. The people who say, yeah, but you still hate Chiyuri. No, I don't. But I think she needs to get her priorities straight. Yeah, I think she needs to get her priorities straight, because this ain't cutting it, Chiyuri. You gotta, wake the fuck up, because you're showing your tatas to Haru, and you're like, oh, you don't understand me. Boo-hoo-hoo. Cry me a river, bitch. I mean, come on. What are you trying to do? You know? hopefully, like I said, I'm giving Chiyuri the benefit of the doubt. This was a great episode. It really showed that she's obviously not telling the truth. And it's obvious that she's, I don't want to say lying, but there's obviously something going on. So, yeah. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. This episode was and next week's is going to be really good. It's going to be awesome. Just, anyone who's not watching this series, this is all I have to say. Right with you. So I urge everyone. Oh yeah, Luffy? Super Saiyan? Get on the show, man. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. There's another good episode. It's great. It's getting good. So, I guess I'll see you guys later. NOMI's going down! Yeah! See ya.